The plan calls for them transitioning 8,400 of their NYCHA units into the Section 8 program. All of the state-funded NYCHA buildings, if you add up the amount of units in all of them, equates 8,400. There are 21 of those buildings. The ones that affect Harlem are Manhattanville, Frederick Samuels, and Drew Hamilton. When you look at the details of the plan, let's say that you move out of the building altogether for whatever reason. It has nothing to do with this program. That building, that apartment is going to turn into a Section 8 apartment. If you sign for the voucher, now this goes beyond, you know, being on the waiting list to try to get the voucher or even filling out the application. Once they say, okay, we will give you this Section 8 voucher. So once you sign that contract for the voucher, you transition that apartment into the Section 8 program. This special program is not the same type of Section 8. They have different nuances that, you know, are different than the normal Section 8. One of the things that they have to lure you in, and I think this is like to lure you in, is that they're waiving the background check, the criminal background check, and the income verification for 6 months. Now, you know that you've never heard of that before, you know? So obviously, they're trying to get everybody, you know, to take this so they can transition these apartments. But now when it is time for them to do the income verification and the background check, and you don't qualify, guess what? You're out, okay? You're gonna lose your subsidy, and you can't, it doesn't go back to being in the NYCHA, you know, apartment pool. It's a Section 8 apartment, so you're gonna have to leave, period. That's another thing. Once you sign the voucher, you can't change your mind. You can't, like, 2 weeks later say, okay, never mind, I don't want to do this. You know, it's a done deal. Now, there'll be all kinds of ways. These are the various scenarios that people need to realize. That, let's say, for example, you sign for the voucher, okay? Let's just say now, under Section 8, that your household size is too small for the apartment that you're living in, okay? So they may want to downsize you, and not may, they will. If they can't find an apartment in that particular development where you come out of, you're not going into one of the other 20 available apartments if they have any. You're going to go into a federal building, okay? Now, who do they bring in aside from the people living there in these developments? And these people come from a special list. HUD has a special list that I'm sure they're going to share with NYCHA. They have the complete profile of who these people are, okay? They've already been, you know, from reliable sources, they've been showing the apartments already to potential tenants. And none of them look like really, they're, put it this way, they're different. They're everything but African American so far. I would say don't sign the voucher. There are people out there that are now becoming up, you know, they're getting up to speed on what's happening with this plan. So they'll have all the information, and they really need to know what they're getting into. You know, so it's going to look good, you know, because they're making it look really good, all right? But don't go by what NYCHA is presenting to you. That's what I'm saying. Because when, you know, I mean, when can you really truly trust? Look at what's happening with Harlem, period, you know, with the 125th Street rezoning, the Columbia expansion plan, and our local government failed us. So can we really trust the agencies that are headed by Bloomberg appointees? And the answer is no. So I would say don't sign the voucher. Really, you know what this program is really all about. Know it very well, and then if it benefits you, okay, you know, there's a possibility it could benefit some people, then go ahead and, you know, and sign for it. But I'm saying that it's not going to really benefit the majority of the tenants.
Okay, they can do.
Well, they can contact me at the provided email, and also a lot of community groups like Maribel Sisters. You're going to have Coalition to Preserve Community, Nellie Bailey at the Harlem's Tenants Council. There's some other on that list. But then the Manhattanville Tenants Association, okay, they're going to be up to speed. The Drew Hamilton Tenants Association, they're going to be up to speed. I can't speak offhand just yet about Frederick Samuels, but I know Drew Hamilton's Tenants Association, they're going to be up to speed on this, Manhattanville, and we're trying to now, you know, get this message out to the other developments in the other boroughs. So this is information that we're trying to disseminate wide.